Too dark. Too much. Split the difference. That's pretty good. As a DP, you're expected to know how to make things look beautiful and create pretty images. But sometimes running the business side of our work, such as negotiating a fair rate, is something that we lack, especially when we're first getting started. If you're a freelance DP, the process usually goes something like this. You get asked about a gig from a director or producer. Interested? Yes or no. If you're interested, then the producer asks what your rate is, you say your rate, and if it matches a number that they have in mind, then you get the job. Over the past 5 years of freelancing, I've had to navigate through some of these tough conversations and been able to get a higher rate with a few simple tactics. If you're a freelancer or contractor in the production world, you know, this is how it always goes down. You get a call from a producer, bleep bleep, hey, what's your rate? And this is always the tricky question that you have to navigate. You know, the answer is, well, it depends. Most times producers already have a rate in mind. You know, if they're calling you to DP something, maybe they have 800 bucks, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, you know, and that depends on your experience. So depending on your portfolio, your experience, how long you've been doing this for, you don't want to be pitching a higher number than what you're actually worth, because a seasoned producer is always aware of general rates, and you don't want to bid too low also, because sometimes that comes off as a bad thing. You know, maybe them thinking that you don't have enough experience, they don't actually have an awareness of what rates are at the level you're working at, or you don't know how to charge enough. My typical response in this situation is asking, hey, what do you have budgeted for me? You don't want to over or underbid by a ton, so just asking that simple question maybe will get them to open up and give you an actual budget of what they're looking at. The question is meant to prompt the producer to open up about the budget, and you can therefore have a more honest conversation about what you're worth. If you're really wanting to work with this particular producer or director or production company, then maybe it'd be wise to charge less just to get your foot in the door and prove yourself, to show them what you're capable of doing. The film business is very personal. You know, you hire who you know, like, and trust. So meaning preferably someone that you've built a relationship or a friendship with over the past few years, and they get you, they understand your style, the quality of work you can deliver, you know, maybe some of the gear you have access to, and just also are able to see your potential and see kind of the trajectory of where you're heading in your career. With negotiating your rate, if you own your gear, if there are scout days, if there are prep days, or other things involved in that process, then you can also negotiate an overall fee for all the extra work that's going to go into the project. Sometimes I'm asked to just come DP for a day. Sometimes it's a commercial where we have a scout day, I have a prep day, I have a test day, and then we have the actual shoot day. So it really depends every time. So another way you can negotiate a higher rate is choosing the right clients and just seeing if they're the right fit for you. You don't want to be taking every single project that comes through the door, because you want to be a DP that specializes a certain style or a vibe or type of project. Not saying that you shouldn't try other styles or never experiment with, you know, different types of projects if it's a documentary, commercial, music video. But you have to be honest with yourself and know what particular style you're trying to build with the work you're doing. So with this being said, there are 3 things that you need to keep in mind every time a producer or production company reaches out to you about a job. First thing is your rate. Second is opportunity, you know, director or producer, production company, or the brand that you want to work with. And you also have to consider the creative that's going into the project. If I'm able to check 2 out of the 3 things, I'll most likely take the project on. The only, emphasizing the word only, situation where I would check only 1 out of the 3 things would be if the rate was high enough for me to not really care as much about the other 2 things, whether if it's the creative or the production company. Keep in mind that you're running a for-profit business. You know, as a creative, I know we get caught up in making the coolest, funnest art projects, but you're running a business. You know, it's not a charity, it's not a nonprofit, so you need to be making enough money to live the lifestyle you'd like to be living, And the more you do this, the more you learn over time how to negotiate better, what general rates are for the work that you do and what you're worth. And you just get better at navigating this. And some of these tips I know are super practical. I hope you can put them to use. But I would say that knowing when to charge your full rate is really important as well. Sometimes the creative is really there, but the budget's not there. But you're all about the art, so it's more fulfilling to take that project on. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be taking on projects that only pay the highest. I personally try to do maybe 3 to 4 passion projects a year that help take my creative skills to another level, better my portfolio, and just have a good project that I'm proud of. For example, I had a project land on my plate recently where I was going to shoot it on 16mm film and split my rate into a third. So I would be using 2/3 of my rate on the film and development and the camera rental and all those things. Even though I knew I wasn't going to make as much money, I would have solely done this project to up my portfolio and show other directors that I'm capable of shooting film. Film is something that I want to step more into, feel more confident in shooting in, and it's just a look that I really love and want to just invest more in. Unfortunately, the project fell through, as do I would say 50% of the projects that I get to bid on or put a hold on. But that opportunity made me feel excited about my future and what that 16mm project could do for me and for my portfolio. But situations like this, opportunities like this, I would say definitely consider, taking those on if it means you can get to shoot with a higher budget camera, and if you want to use better cinema lenses, sometimes it's appropriate to take those on. As a creative, I like to think that producers or production companies aren't just paying for my time or for my gear, but they're actually paying me for the results that they're hoping to get from this project. So you have to ask yourself if what you have to gain from this shoot worth your rate. And if not, there are 15 other DPs that will be happily taking this project on and just tackle it. But if you're not passionate about it, then I wouldn't encourage you to take that project on. So to quickly recap, make sure you're asking the producer what they have budgeted for you, and that helps you get a better idea of what to charge them for your rate. And when you're considering projects, you have to look at the rate, the creative, and the opportunity, which is if there's a director you want to be working with or production company you want to be working with, and make sure to check 2 out of 3 out of that triangle. And the only situation that you would want to just check one off is if the rate is worth having to ignore the creative or the opportunity with the director or production company. So that's all I have for you guys. I hope you found this super helpful and encouraging. You got some practical tips. If you have any questions, make sure to comment down below. Please like this video and subscribe. Thanks for taking time, and I'll see you guys on the next one.